potential outbreak of incurable synthetic virus endangers humanity in coming years, study says. This is concerning the CDC. This is from Sputnik News. The cities which earlier had been centers of life pulsing with millions of people soon turn into decrepit cement deserts where yesterday's energies were only recognizable by the shattering neon sign, barely visible through enormous tree branches growing into ruined skyscrapers. This is an apocalyptic image. It's a common starting scene in sci-fi movies, novels, video games, but a newly published study by a group of international scientists now warns that the picture is closer to reality. Lab-created synthetic viruses. This is what could cause a global pandemic that could eventually lead to widespread death. This is according to US-based think tank Center for Arms Control and Non-Proliferation. Quote, there is a substantial probability that a pandemic with over 100 million fatalities could be seeded from an undetected lab-acquired infection, end quote. A senior science fellow at the Center for Arms Control and Non-Proliferation, Lynn Colt, said, cited by The Humanoid, in particular, the virus outbreak could be caused by human error in secured biolaboratories, where one infected staffer could become a transmitter of a synthetic created infection that in turn would be hypercontagious, the study warns. According to Colts, the risk of those viruses escaping from a special security facility is as high as 30%, a risk too dangerous to live with. The earlier research conducted by Colts cited fellow scientists suggested, for instance, that the quick spread of the H1N1 in 2009 pandemic virus, also known as the swine flu, throughout the world, quote, no matter what attempts were made to slow it, it's convincing that evidence is nearly impossible to stop an influenza pandemic once it appears, end quote. The study also points to the high possibility that malevolent individuals and organizations or governments with ill intent, with sinister motives, could use lab-created pathogens as real biological weapons. According to the research, one possible prevention measure is to quarantine lab staffers after shifts and relocate biological and virus facilities to remote, lightly populated areas. The scholar also suggests the lab-originated virus escape could be undetectable, indicating that humanity may never even notice the gruesome consequences until it's too late. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.